guys, I am Chris Kaler.
And I'm Amber from Kyuujin, and today we are back with guys with Frieren.
Not Frieren.
Frieren. Episode 2 from first season.
Season 1, yeah. Last episode we were introduced to Frieren. I'm sorry about pronunciation, I'm gonna do my best. She just came off a journey that lasted 10 years with a priest, a warrior I guess, and a dwarf. And she's a mage. She's also an elf. She's immortal, at least it looks like she's immortal. And after those 10 years, everyone else, like they were saying that they got together like this, they were close friends, they spent so much time together, but for her it was a mere 10 years. Barely nothing.
Barely nothing happened.
Yeah. They saw a meteor shower that comes every 50 years, and she said, next time I'm just gonna take you to the best spot to see this. And they were like, haha, you're saying next time like it's tomorrow, but it's in 50 years, and it's like she did not understand that in 50 years they might be dead or close to dying. So when she showed up, she was surprised by how old they were, and then one of them died, and we're slowly gonna seeing through her eyes, you know, human life is so short, and her understanding of life and time is completely different from that of the humans. So she needs to understand it better. She needs to spend time with humans. She needs to study that a little bit, and we're gonna see how important those moments are through her. That's gonna be great. We went back to the priest. He gave us kind of a mission. We need to decipher a book about immortality spells, and we need to train a mage in training. That's
Fern or Fern?
Fern. Anyway, she's got potential, so maybe that gives us a reason to come back more often, but we'll see how that goes. So this is where we are. Let's jump in this second episode right away and see what they have in store for us. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more of these, and check out our Patreon for the full-length reactions.
In the meantime, let's go.
It's also cool to like see the aftermath of a campaign that we're used to playing the campaign, but to see what happens after.
Now we're just watching the epilogue.
Yeah.
さっきは途中で魔法が離散してしまったね。それは一朝一夕でどうにかなることじゃない。何年もかけていかなければいけないよ。
Maybe that's why she's an elf and a mage. It fits best. But when, in your words, it will take time to learn.
Be patient.
No,
How long?
Yeah, what do you mean it will take time? Like take time 5 years or take time 50?
Not the same.
常人なら10年かかる。
4 years.
It's been a long time.
あまりいいことじゃない。
She doesn't have the time.
ずっと森にこもりきりですからね。
So how far along are you in deciphering the book?
魔導書の解読の方が早く終わるよ。
そうですか。
この魔導書だけど多分。
No.
そんな顔をしないでくだ
He's
さい。
old.
奇跡だったのです。
魔導書の解読急ぐよ。
お願いします。
Again, what do you mean by quickly? Quickly like 2 years? Quickly like, you know.
修行は中止だ。ハイターが倒れた。まだ一番いいは打ち抜けておりません。それはいずれ必ずできることだ。いずれではダメなのです。
Why are you so obsessed with this?
ハイター様が死んでしまう。
Maybe she wants to be a proper mage before he dies.
To help him
私
out.
はあの方に命を救われました。
Girl.
今死ぬのはもったいないと思いますよ。古くからの友人を亡くしましてね。ひたすらにまっすぐで彼が生き残っていれば多くのものを救えたはずです。
You're a hero too, man.
私がこのまま死んだら勇気や意志や友情やこの世からなくなってしまうのではないかと。大切な思い出があるとすればもったいないと思います。
They live through you.
私を置いて死ぬことを危惧しておりました。救ったことを後悔してほしくない。一人で生きていく術を身につけることがもう大丈夫だと。
I think he's glad to have saved you even if you don't learn to become a mage. It's good motivation, but still.
じゃあ好きにすればいい。
And like, if the concept of time comes back again, like, you could be spending time with them before he dies instead of spending all your time out there training, just saying.
Yeah.
I don't know, I feel like it's the moment.
死者の蘇生も不死の魔法も書かれていなかったよ。知っていたの？
エイビヒ自身が使っていたでしょう。
じゃあなぜ
He wanted you to stay.
Yeah.
Stay with them. Help her.
一人前と言っても遜色のないレベル
I
だ
think
よ
she just did it. You might die right after hearing it.
間に合いましたか。もう足手まといではありませんね、フリーレン。
He wanted her to train the girl so that when he dies, she gets to go with her.
Yeah. Oh.
測ったなハイタ
Well, yeah, but are you really mad?
I'm a corrupt priest. Sorry.
ここを立ってください。私はもう長くはありません。誰かを失うような経験をさせたくないのです。フェルンを頼みましたよ。
また格好をつけるのかハイタ
Yes, he
Maybe,
is.
but yeah. What else
フ
can
ェ
he
ルンは
do?
とっくに別れの準備はできているお前が死ぬまでにやるべきことはあの子にしっかりと別れを告
Yeah,
げて
true. Don't be
なる
afraid
べ
of
くた
that,
くさんの思い出を作ってやることだ
or she'll regret it.
あなたはやはり優しい子です。
Aww.
なんでフェルンを救ったの
To keep his memory alive, because that's what he would have done.
勇者ヒンメルならそうしました。
Aww. See, he still lives in those people. You're not forgotten when you die. This is one thing we talk about so much in To Your Eternity. The one good thing an immortal being can do is just keep them in his heart, the people he's met that die,
じゃあ
to keep
私
them
も
alive in some sort of way.
If there's still one person on earth who remembers you,
You still live through that person.
right?
この生臭坊主にじゃあ行こうか
It's not just for Fern, also, it's a bit for Frieren too, because I think he saw how sad she was last time, and he wanted to give her a chance to make connections again.
Yeah.
26 years! Ah, okay, no, sorry, after emails then. I was like, wow!
26 years since the first episode.
So 2 years after the priest.
Yeah.
こちらは約束の報酬です。
報酬は何だったのですか温かいお茶が出てくる魔法だって銅像の錆をきれいに取る魔法甘いブドウを酸っぱいブドウに変える魔法変な魔法ばかり集めていますね
Hey, you never know when it might come in handy, you know?
She has all the time in the world. Knowledge would be what she would be after.
ここよ。
Hey.
ひどいありさまでしょ。村の人たちはもう関心がないのよ。
You saved her?
You never forget those moments. Yeah.
必死に戦ってくれたのに、こんな仕打ちはあまりにもかわいそうだわ。
自業自得だね目立ちたがり屋のヒンメルが悪い断っていればよかったんだ
大丈夫。このポーズイケメンすぎない。
God damn.
18時間悩んで職人さんをブチギレさせるし
She
She
remembers.
remembers.
バカみたいに無難なポーズに落ち着いたんだよね
不思議なこと言うのね。
じゃあ片付けようか
He liked himself a lot.
助かったわ。サビ一つないわ。
This is why we learn strange spells.
後で花でも植えようかしら。
花畑を出す魔法使いましたよね
Told ya it might come in handy.
Something that represents him.
草月草の花がいいかヒンメルの故郷の花だ
Oh.
でも見たことない花は魔法では
Let's travel to his hometown.
草月草。この大陸での目撃例はもう何十年もないわ。
この森の奥に群生地が何十年も前ですでも探す価値はあるよ草月草の花を咲かせる魔法が手に入るヒンメル様のためですかいや
For the sake of learning a new spell.
自分のためだ
But deep down, there's a bit of it for him. I think it's because there's something she needed to do, and she didn't have the spell for it. So it's now become a task. That's how she does her job. That's how she rules her world. It's just jumping from one spell to the other, and she's learning as much as possible.
草月草を探し始めてから
Yeah, to her it would feel like it's a pointless thing to do, meaningless. And Frieren doesn't see it that way.
草月草は見つかったのかしら。
見つかると思いますか魔法に対する執着は異常です 何年でも何十年でも探し続けてしまう。
That's what
But
she's been
she
doing.
doesn't have decades for
多
that.
くの人を救える力を持った魔法使いです。ありもしないもののために時間を使うだなんて、
若いわね。
私の考えは間違っているのでしょうか。
Not wrong, just
そうは思わないわ。
it's different for her.
フリーレンさんにとっては違うのでしょうね。
Literally.
私たちよりもずっと大人だから。
There was a blue moon
素直
scene.
にきっと分かってくれるはずよ。
If this is it, she's been playing us.
薬効があるため保管されていた代わりにヒンメル様の像の周りに植えるというのは。分かったよフェルン。私一人の時間ってわけでもない。
Hers as well.
もう少し探したら切り上げるよ。もう少しって何年ですか。
Yeah.
Years is
Kind of
soon.
like we asked. What's soon for her?
本当に諦めが。
Not the seeds! Those rats. Cool.
なぜ魔法を集めているのですか。ただの趣味だよ。だらだらと生きていたんだけどね。
More than this?
気持ち悪い。
Guys, is a beautiful princess. Thank you very much.
私の集めた魔法を褒めてくれたバカがいた。くだらない理由ですね。そうだね。
It makes people happy, so why not?
Oh, we're gonna find some at the top.
Those rats at them all along.
餌を外敵のいない安全な場所に埋めて隠すと言われている。よく埋めた場所を忘れるんだ。草月草。
僕の故郷の花でね。まあ僕ほどではないんだけどね。
そろそろ行こうか。
いつか君に見せてあげたい。
機会があればね。 遅くなったね、ヒンメル。これで草月草の魔法が作れるよ。なんでそんなに魔法に一生懸命に。理解できません。わかるはずだよ。法使いになることを諦めなかった。一人で生きていける力さえ手に入れば魔法を選んだ。そうですね。
Because it probably made him happy as well.
It's beautiful.
草月草が見られるなんてね。
忘れるところだった。よし。
あれ、可愛らしい。
It's too cute. I like that we're bringing him back. He died in the first episode, but we're
Well-
still thinking about him.
Thanks to him, she learned a valuable lesson.
And like maybe
No.
the others will be the same. Like she'll, even though they're dead, she's still gonna make good on the promises she made to them back then, or what they wanted to show her. She'll keep them alive through her doing this.
You know, sometimes we don't really understand that even though we met people for a brief, short time, those people can have a huge impact on our life and in the way that we think.
It's just like
You
what we
know?
talked about in the first episode. It's she wasted years with these people who mattered to her, and she mattered to them. She expected, it's kind of like she took for granted the time they could spend together. Like, oh, we could meet in 50 years, it doesn't matter. But now that she's losing them, she's realizing that, oh, okay, like she goes through that grief, but still,
I could have spent that time better.
well, she's going through that grief. I've lost the time I could have spent with them. So now it's over, but their memory is still there, and she has them in there, like in her heart. They are still alive in there, and she'll keep them with her forever as long as she's around. So those moments that they wanted to share with her, now since she's got all the time in the world, of course she's gonna look for those spells, look for ways to, you know, see more, learn more, interact with more. I'm guessing if I was immortal, this is one thing I would be doing. Like, there's only so much you can do without, after a while you'll get tired of it, you know? And since she doesn't have that sense of urgency, she doesn't feel like she has to make her time matter as much as, for example, a human being would. Because it kind of like Fern is saying, like, oh, we just spent 6 months looking for a flower. Like, does it really matter that much? But that's the thing. To her, maybe not, because first of all, she doesn't have the connection with Himmel. And second of all, she doesn't have the time to just fucking throw away 6 months for a flower. So she'd be thinking like, we know magic, you're so strong, why don't we use this to help others? Like, make this matter, because she understands that life is short and death is there for everyone, and you could do so bigger things than this with the time that you have. But Frieren just fucking doesn't see it that way. Like, first of all, she's probably way older than we think right now, so she's got the passion of her youth is probably gone. Like the oh, I need to make things that are important. Like, no, I thought in the first episode that she was kind of emotionless, but maybe not emotionless, just above those. Like, her knowledge, her wisdom, maybe not in all the fields, but still it's probably a lot bigger than what humans can achieve in their lifetime. So the way she sees the importance of a flower, of a random spell, is probably completely different than how a human would see the importance of it. And like I said, if I was immortal, I'd be trying to learn more every time, because that's the thing that's never gonna get never gonna get tired of learning new things. If it's new, it can be learned. And since the times are changing constantly, you can learn about the past, you can learn about the present, and then wait for the future to show up, and then you'll get to learn more about that too.
True.
There are things that she never got to experience because I'll always have time in the future, and now she has it, so why not spend it doing the things that matter to other people? And I think this is also why, this is how I'm interpreting it. The whole, you chose magic, kind of like what you said. Magic helps people in a way that's different. Like, it's not necessarily just saving someone's life. It's making them smile, giving them something that, you know, they can't achieve themselves, or just impressing them, like making them go, wow, it's beautiful. And I think she made, what's his name? The priest. I'm bad with names, I'm sorry.
Either.
Anyway, yeah, she made him smile and she made him happy by showing him the magic. So maybe this is why she chose magic as a way to sustain herself, become stronger.
Just like Frieren decided to learn more of those small, beautiful spells, because email basically said, oh, I like that spell. It reminds me, in my homeland, I have a blue wheat flowers that are so beautiful that I wanted to show them to you.
Yeah,
you know?
It's one thing, like, I think with her, the concept of death is so different that it's not, I mean, yes, you can save people, that's definitely a thing, but to give them this moment of, wow, to give them that smile is worth a lot, and she values that. Because a moment that you will get to remember years in the future, because she remembers those things. That's how I say, like, they are still alive despite being dead. Like, they're still alive through those memories. So creating those moments, that's what you do with magic. You make those worth remembering in the future. And if being an elf, being immortal, I'm guessing that she would be living for those moments, because that's all you have. You don't make connections per se, but you make moments that you will keep with you throughout your entire life. But, yeah. As for the priest, I feel like, I mean, obviously I wondered, like, last episode he said he was afraid to die, which I thought was a very possible thing, considering death comes for us all, and we might be feeling like, oh, our time has run out, and this is when that happens, that we're like, oh shit, I need to do so much more, and stuff. I did feel that maybe deep down he was thinking that his life could have been better. He remembered his friend and the things he would do and how he used to be, and he felt like he needed to give credit to that, like give homage to that by living his life in a similar way. And maybe he realized it so late in life that that's why he felt, oh, I don't have enough time. But now knowing that he did that because he knew it was not going to lead to anything, like he knew it was just a way to keep Frieren around. And still he did it because he wanted to make sure that little girl was going to be okay, that she was going to become strong enough to have someone to hang out with. He knows what it feels like to have friends that mean something to you, that take you on a journey. He knows Frieren as a friend and how she is, and he wanted to give that to Fern, and I think he wanted to give that to Frieren as well. Another way to make a connection. Because otherwise,
the fact that if they're not there anymore, she's going to be alone.
Yeah.
So by having someone at her side, she's gonna make new connections. She's still gonna. she's gonna find a way to make new connection and to still find a way to make new fond memories.
I think she felt
You
so
know?
bad at Himmel's death, and he saw it, and he was like, you feel like you've wasted time, and you could have spent, you could have focused more on your relationship with us, and this is now like it's too late. So he gave her the opportunity he needed someone to protect the girl, which for sure she's good for that. He needed someone to train her. And since she didn't want to take her with her as long as she was not a true mage, he kind of used her to, get her to become stronger.
Ah, well,
But still, I think it would be nice to think that he did that for both of the girls, because Fern needed someone that looks out for her, that can help her, protect her, and would care. And Frieren needed someone that she could make a connection with, someone she could spend time with and create new memories with, because otherwise she would maybe end up alone. Like, who's to say she will, if you don't force a connection on her, I don't know if she would make one herself. She has been saying she's been hanging out with people and she has been talking to people and visiting them as much as possible, but to have a true partner with whom you can travel and create those memories.
who makes you realize that you need to take account the small moment in life, like every single one of them, because those moments will be short and they won't stay forever.
It's something that she hasn't had since that journey with the boys, and now that she's realizing like it hurts her to lose them and stuff, I don't want her to close herself up to new relationships, to have that in her life. It just makes her live more to me. Because if you're alone and if you don't connect with anyone, and she said she lived her life more like, I don't remember the word, but it felt like basically she was closed up and she was not doing much. She was just living.
Being apathic or something
Apathetic or something.
Apathetically.
I'm sorry, I'm French, but still that. And I felt like that's not a way to live. Like, if you don't have a goal, if you're not looking for anything, if you're just there, then what's the point? So now that she's lost her old friends and she's learning from that loss and she's trying to change her ways a little bit, you give her this companion, it's going to make her connect even more, create more memories, and understand better the humans. Because like even before then, like back in the day, she was saying like, oh, mere 10 years and it doesn't matter, like eventually we'll do that. But she took for granted the time that they had.
Back then, I don't think she was used
with
having human friends.
I'm saying she took for granted the time that they had, but now with Fern, just this episode, she said in the end, I'm getting it, I get it. I am not wasting my own time only here, I'm wasting yours as well. I'm spending your time. And now she's maybe starting to realize that a human's time is worth more than yours because their time is short. So you need to make it count as much as possible. Even if you get to move on and just live forever after that, you make it count and then you remember it later.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's a beautiful fucking show. I really love the music.
And it's true that when you think about it, when you said that she's trying to learn those small spells, like how to get rid of the rust on statues, how to make bloom a field of wildflowers.
It comes in handy sometimes.
It comes in handy, but for an elf who has the time to learn those small tricks, elf brings those small moment in life.
It's another thing too. We keep saying that a human's time matters and you would want to make your life worth something big and stuff, but the contrary is also true. Through Frieren's eyes, we're learning the value of time and relationships and all of that, but we're also seeing that small things matter. Since she has the time to wonder and worry about those things or learn those things, we're learning through her that life is short, time is precious and all of that, but sometimes it helps to stop and take in everything, learn the small things, because you never know when it's going to come back and help. Like, to take care of that statue in that moment made that moment fucking happy. So it might not seem huge, but it is huge, and it's not just for that moment. Yeah, it means a lot to those people that used to be there before, to the people that will come later. It's also keeping the memory of that of Himmel alive. Like there's so much in that little gesture that we might not notice because we're rushed all the time.
True. I mean, if we think about it with Fern, she said that, if I could do magic as strong, I will use it to help and save people. I think that for humans, that since we don't have that much lifespan compared to an elf, basically, if we want to learn stuff, want to learn something that are efficient, that can do quick changes, you know, that can make quick change for the long run. Not small things gonna take time and time and time to achieve something.
Yeah, because we
you know?
value our time. We need to make it big, fast. So
What
yeah,
is-
there's a lot to learn from both point of views. We'll see where it goes.
Alright.
Beyond that, there's going to be more, but right
Hopefully you
now
understood what we're trying to say in that discussion.
it's getting late, and the more late it gets, the less good we are with
Yeah.
English. Like you just saw, this meant nothing. But yeah. In any case. So that's pretty much it for episode 2. Thank you guys so much for watching it with us. If you want to see the next 2 episodes right away, they are on Patreon already. You can check them out. The link is in the description below.
Yeah, and if you don't want to, the next one will be on YouTube pretty soon. So keep an eye for it.
Yes.
Bye, guys.